Hello and welcome to Casting Rolls, a persistent D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have a little bit of a shorter episode for this week, but we will be finishing up the fight and maybe some of the aftermath of that because our dear Jace and I just closed a show because we are theater nerds. But if you are liking the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you would like to reach out to us, you can find us on social media. We're on Twitter at Casting Rolls and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Casting Rolls ILM. And you can find our podcast information, which also just uploaded at castingrollsilm.com. Our main videos are uploaded on our YouTube channel each Friday, and that's the best way to keep in track with all of our content. But with no other announcements, we'll go ahead and start the show. So ticket takers, after 5 days now in the city of Alyria and approaching the king's birthday, you are wrapping up a few loose ends, including a potential heist at a museum gone wrong, actual heist at a Curia Regis member's office that went right. I don't know. And then came all back together for the promised fight at the Wine Cellar at the invitation of Corinne Smith to face off against Naveen and Twine, her two co-workers? Whatever? I don't know exactly how employees. I don't know how Corinne would define their it's a throuple. Twine doesn't know it, but it is.
I gotta define the throuple.
So the battle began with the announcement that it would be in the dark because Twine is invisible in the dark and Naveen can see in the dark. And so the fight went fairly well with Naveen and Twine having a pretty solid opening round against Saurus, but then some quick retorts from Saurus and Mars saw Twine being sent off to the Nether Realm, a la a Yu-Gi-Oh card match, and Abel getting pummeled from both sides by...
Not Abel.
Oh, sorry,
Not
Abel.
Abel.
Naveen getting pummeled from both sides.
Abel getting pummeled from both sides.
Also, Laura's beating the shit out of Abel right now. But we arrive at the end of that initiative count and popping up to the top. So Naveen, you find yourself facing off in the fog against two figures right on either side of you. What do you do?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's how we ended the fight, right?
It was.
And yeah, I had single-digit hit points. So
does Saurus. You guys are in the same boat.
Uh-huh.
Naveen is going to... Oh, gosh. Where are my spells? Sorry.
Got Booming Blade cast, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that went off. So it's
okay.
Yeah. Because when you moved it went off. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do I want to do this first, or do I want to attack and then see where the chips may fall? I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to use my Fey Touched ability to Misty Step away.
Okay.
I'm going to, I don't know, Misty Step to a safe location? I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to be considered hidden or what?
Yeah, I think I want to hide.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage because they can't see you technically because they are in the fog cloud.
You don't get attack of opportunity with Misty Step, do you?
Not with teleportation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Lord, Naveen can't handle that. This is a stealth, right?
Yes.
Cool. Let me roll twice.
Remember, Mar, for your passive, you get a +5 for smell.
Be
Yeah.
28 or
What does Naveen smell like?
probably like cigars.
Bold
Oh, no wonder I can
choice.
smell you.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe cigars, some like spices or something.
Ooh, fancy.
Is that the brand? Bold choice.
Haven't
Bold
like Corinne doused you up yet, I see.
What type of cigars? Bold choice.
Bold choice.
Bold choice cigars.
Bold choice.
Bold choice, Lucky Strike. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so 28 to hide.
All right, so that's your bonus action.
Shit. Well, if I'm gonna try to hide, then there's no point in me doing that, right?
Well, no, it's just like you roll a stealth check because you are hiding.
Well, no, because
Yeah.
I mean, can I backtrack? Ugh. No, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll do it this way.
Okay.
And then from hiding, I'm going to use my bracer of flying daggers.
Okay.
And oh shit, it's gonna be at a.
It'll be at disadvantage. Attacks will be
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna hold my action
until someone comes out of the fog.
until someone is visible.
All right, sounds good.
I'm holding attack.
So you're holding your attack with your bracer of flying daggers. All right, which takes us to Twime, who is currently kermitting through the nether realms.
he's doing your run in the battle.
Yeah, he's like,
Ah!
and let's see what direction he goes. Okay. So you can't see him because he's invisible to you, but he does pop up about because he like was over here and ran around. He pops up outside the battlefield, a little off the map, and he just like, where the hell was I? And then he kind of sees where the battle is, and he's outside, and he's like pushing through patrons' tables and trying to get back.
Is it a disqualification if you're out of the ring?
Well, he couldn't really help it because he got teleported.
Wow.
So he's immediately able to flip back up into the ring. He's using his action to dash.
Okay.
Because he used his full movement, which popped him out of the ether. So then he's using his action to dash. And then, let's see. I don't know if I have any bonus actions. Yeah, so he's going to cast a spell on his bow as his bonus action so that he's ready to go with it on his next turn. All right. Which takes us to Source. Source, do me a favor and roll a d10 for me, please.
Oops, D10, not a... Is this shadow related?
Yes.
All right,
Oh, because you use a tether.
You have 3 tethers
7.
right now. A 7? You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're good. All right, Soros. So last thing you know, you had punched Naveen, and then he pulled in the air and vanished and was gone from your sight. And you can just barely see, like 10 feet away from you, the figure of what you assume is Marlowe. What do you want to do?
I am going to use wholeness of body to heal myself up.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Is that an action or bonus action?
I don't remember. Let's see.
It's look it.
As an action, you regain hit points equal to 3 times your monk level.
Okay. So I have done that. And I am going to spend a key point and take dodge as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I am going to move out of the fog.
Which direction would you like to go?
I'm going to head back towards where I originally came in.
Okay, back over here.
Yeah, not all the way though. Once I want to clear the fog to see what I can see, and then I'll figure out from there.
Okay, so you end up being about there. Naveen, that pops him into your sight. So go ahead and make your attacks with disadvantage because he is using the dodge action.
Okay. One more time. Attack.
That only used about 15 feet of movement for you, Rob.
Okay.
Alyria. Okay. So with disadvantage, a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Ooh. All right. I get 2 daggers. So disadvantage again. It's not gonna. I mean, there's no point because it's not even like sneak attack or anything.
No. But it'll do some damage if it hits.
Yeah. One more disadvantage. Take the lowest one. No, that was okay. No, they don't hit.
Okay. So Rob, Soros, you pop out of the fog, and as you're running by, you hear whoosh, as one dagger flies past your face, and then whoosh, as another dagger flies behind you as you're running, and you just hear them bing, against like the post, and just right there on the edge, and you see. As you're running out, Naveen would then be in your line of sight. So if you're looking, you look to the right and you see him behind a rock there.
Okay. Do I see Twine?
Well, no. Twine is invisible to you, and he's not moving right now, so you can't use sight to sense his appearance or his place. He's also in the fog a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
I'm
Twine.
gonna.
There you go.
And I'm not saying this because I know Twine is there. I want to actually get past the post put the post where Twine is between me and Naveen, because Naveen, when he got...
want to get behind that rock to hide, is what you're kind of saying?
Right, because when I want to get as far away from Naveen as I can, because he just about one-shotted me because of his bonus damage.
Yes.
From attacking a single opponent. And I yell at Mar where he is.
Yeah, you do slam into Twine as you're running past.
Okay, so that ends my turn.
Okay, all right. Which takes us to Marlo. You are now alone in the fog.
But I know where Naveen is, don't I?
Yes, with your massive +5 to your passive perception, you would know where Naveen is. You also know you also know where Twine is. You can smell him.
Take out the one that's almost dead.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to give Ronnie false hope. So I'm gonna go hit Naveen, I think.
Okay. You charge out of the fog. Let's make it epic. You leap up onto this rock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I do come from the top. Thank you.
Yeah, Naveen, you're like peering out the side, and then suddenly you just hear a leap and a land, and you look up.
And you just see yellow wolf eyes.
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
I know I smell dog breath.
Oh.
Oh!
Famous last words.
Hey, does a 24 hit you?
A 24? What if I... Hold on. Okay, even if I use my reaction to shield, it would hit. Yep. It would meet it, so meet it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see how this one goes before I use any others. Okay. Does an 11 get you down?
11 to hit or
11 points of damage. Does that get you?
Minus 11. Yep. That knocks me out.
Great. And then I go for 2 more attacks. No, I don't. I'm not gonna murder him. I will now head back towards where Twine is.
Okay, so what's your total movement speed?
30, but I'd like to bonus action dash.
Okay, that'll get you there.
And yes, and I would like to give Saurus flanking.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, so that does take us to Twine. Because Naveen, make a death saving throw for me, please.
Death saving throw. How do I do that in here?
So up at the top of your...
Yeah, it says like
page.
success isn't fit. I just roll a d20 and
Yes.
Question: does Marlo have any attacks left? Doesn't she get multiple attacks?
So, yeah, I mean, technically, I think, Marlo, you'd have one, because you use your
I
bonus.
have one more attack.
You'd have one more attack, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it's been a hot minute. Whee! Does a 21 hit Twine?
So as you're coming out, Twine sees you coming, and as you're running past, he pulls out a short sword and he parries your strike out of the way. He using parry to increase my AC there. So, yeah. And then he sheathes that back, and then seeing that he is flanked on either side, Twine is going, because how long does parry last? Does it keep me up for? Or is it just, I think it's just one attack.
I think it's just one attack, because that's the difference between parry and shield.
Yes, it's just one attack. All right, cool. So Twine's going to...
What class lets you parry? What is that?
I took a feat.
Oh.
Fighter, usually.
Yep. So Twine's going to try to get away from you.
Does he get anything out of this?
So that would be a attack of opportunity from Saurus and Marlo, with disadvantage because he's invisible to both of you.
Okay.
But we were flanking him.
So it'd be a straight roll. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just rolled 2 dice. I'm gonna just roll 1.
That's fine.
If that's
Yep,
fair.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
That knocks one of my d8s far away. 24 to hit Twine.
That'll hit. You can roll damage.
All right.
30-20.
Dirty 20 does hit as well. Well, hold on. So it's back to his turn. His reaction's back up. He's going to parry your attack, Rob.
Okay.
But I still get a hit on him?
Yes.
Okay. $17 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. 17.
I rolled an 8 on the d8.
Apply. Okay, good. All right, so now, Twine, from a distance, and you guys are within 10 feet of each other, so this is perfect. So he had cast the spell on his... So make sure it is within 10 feet. Yes. Okay, cool. So he pulls back and releases at you, Marlo, with advantage because he's invisible to you. Does a... 26 will hit.
It will.
Yes. So initially, and I need you and Source both to make dexterity saving throws.
23.
Okay, you save. That'll be half damage.
22.
22 is a save, a half damage. So you both take.
I don't.
No, you don't take
area...
any because of evasion. You're good.
Yeah.
So Marlo, the initial strike against you with the bow does 11 points of piercing damage, but then slashed, yeah, because of Wolf. And then as soon as
that's 5 points of damage.
5, yes. And as soon as the arrow hits you, it explodes in a burst of thorns that shoots off and hits both you and Saurus. You both take Saurus takes as nothing, but you take 4 additional points of piercing damage. But this is magical, but it doesn't matter. It's still piercing damage, so you're good. So
okay.
Halve to 2. Yep. All right, and then he'll make his second attack against. You have cover against him, so he's not going to attack you, Saurus. So he'll make his second attack against Marlo as well. Marlo, this will hit 27 to hit. And that is low rolls on damage twice in a row for Twine. That is 4 points of piercing. That's with the reduction.
Okay.
All right.
Ow.
And then he's going to go, Naveen, buddy, are you okay? All right, that's the end of Twine's turn.
I love Twine, man. What a guy.
What a
real
dude.
puff.
Laid in the sand for my
A
health.
real puff.
What a dude. All right. That takes us to Saurus.
Do I have a rough idea of where he is, even though he's invisible?
So you would have seen the trajectory of the arrow. So you have
Okay.
a rough sense of where he might be. And so if you run in that direction, there's a chance you could get close to him, or you could make a perception check as part of your movement to try to gauge his appearance.
Would that be an action?
I'll allow it as a bonus action for this, just because I've created a character in a situation in which you are all fucked by him. So I'll let it as a bonus action so that it is more fair.
Okay. I will run that way.
Okay.
And perception is 23.
Yep, you know where he is. So you can get up and challenge Twine.
I'm going to get on the other side of him.
Okay, we'll assume that he's there. I just don't have enough space to put you on there. So you're
Yeah,
on the other
basically,
side of the rock.
I'm going to give Marlowe flanking.
Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead.
And my attack at him is disadvantaged because he's invisible.
He's still technically invisible, even though you can kind of tell where he is.
Okay, so attack number 1. Oh, damn. Wasted a nat 20.
Oh no.
But the other dice roll was an 18, so plus 8, so that's 26.
That'll absolutely hit Twine.
Nice.
Ooh. That dex, man.
I do a total of 6 in damage, and I'm going to make this a stunning strike. He needs to make a con saving throw to beat a 13.
Constitution save. Let's see. Why don't they just put that on this page? Okay, Constitution save.
Come on, Catboy.
Oh, you think Twine has high Constitution? But I did roll a natural 20, so...
It's because I called you a Catboy. I
You
give
did,
power.
21. So that's 21 total, because I only have a +1 to save. So the first one doesn't land, yeah.
Okay. Second shot. That's a 10.
10 misses.
Okay, and then bonus attack. An 18 and a 15. Plus 8, 25.
That'll hit.
And I'm going to make this a stunning strike too.
Okay.
And that's 10 in damage.
And that's a 10. He is stunned.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's my turn.
I just applied 100 points of damage to Twine. Hold on a second.
Good lord.
No, you applied it.
That was negative.
That was a hell of a kick.
Twine is down. All right, so Twine is stunned.
Like a Goku kick.
So Marlo, that is your go.
Do I know where Twine is?
So you heard the sound of combat, and you can see where Saurus is. Not necessarily, but you can use that as enough of a gauge to figure out where Twine is. With your passive smelling perception, you can probably, once you get closer, you'll be able to pin on him.
I think Twine has a scent to him for sure.
His
No,
armor
really?
is covered in moss and fungus. Of course it does.
All right. I'd like to hit Twine, please.
All right, so you run over and flank Twine. On
All right, so
Now,
how does this
flanking
work?
Gives you
'Cause
just a
he's-
straight roll because he's invisible to you.
But he's also stunned.
Oh shit! But these don't stack, so it's just a straight roll.
All right.
Because you're still hitting an invisible creature. It's just they
Yeah.
can't move to dodge your attack.
All right. Probably not going to hit 18.
That is his armor class that hits.
Okay. Second attack.
And I'm out of parries. And I'm stunned.
Yeah, 26, and then 25. All right. Let's roll some dice.
This is where Marlowe brings the pain again.
I like doing them all at once because it makes me feel
Yes.
very powerful. All right. 27 points of damage.
Oh, wait. Okay. He's still standing.
It wasn't great rolls for me.
Yeah, I thought for sure it would take him out, but he is still standing.
There are 2 2s, 1 3, and 1 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that did.
So it's pretty actually terrible for me on a roll.
Right. Which takes us to Naveen. Make a second death saving throw.
I can do that. I made a 10 on the other one.
That was a success, yeah.
Okay, I never.
Welcome to the world of death saves.
Remember, kids, 2 in the chest and 1 in the head. Always leave your target dead.
Oh no.
A 16, but
That's
I'm
two,
scarred after that.
that's 2 saves. All right, good.
When you started with 2 in the, I thought it was going to go somewhere so different.
All right, Twine is stunned. End of his turn. Source.
I'm gonna hit him again.
All right, go ahead. Straight roll because you have advantage because of Marn.
That's
You're
12.
rolling.
12 misses.
19.
That hits.
Do I have any heals?
Okay. That is 9 in damage.
Heals.
And so there's this sound as Twine falls off the rock and clatters into the sand. And suddenly the lights come up in the wine cellar, and you just hear
How dare you, monster.
Corinne casting a spell, and a mass healing word hits the group. Marlo, will you roll? Let me see how many D whatever that is for mass healing word.
I can't roll. Can I do this?
She'll upcast it.
Oh my god, how generous of her.
Yeah, 3d4
What? 3d4.
plus 5.
That's right. 13.
13. So everyone in this vicinity regains 13 hit points. So Naveen and
Doris,
Twine.
you were on 1 HP this whole time, correct?
I healed myself for 24.
Yeah,
but the
he
first
popped up
round
24,
was
yeah.
was
The
one.
first round, that's
Yeah.
what it was. Boy,
So
oh boy.
If Naveen had gotten off that dagger attack on him, it would have knocked him
Wow.
out. Yeah.
Back to 60 out of 61. Oh, I was really hurting there.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, they hit hard the first round.
They hit hard, but they hit you.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't
And
touch me. And that
and-
was their first.
I realize
mistake.
now
Yeah.
that my first action should have been ensnaring strike on you. Because it's a strength save, but also that would have been metagaming.
You
on
didn't
my
know. I
part.
look
Yep.
strong.
That would have been
Maybe.
metagaming on my part, so I didn't do that. So
I
there.
appreciate it.
Yes. All right. So, Corinne, well, I guess they don't call them the Adventuring Guild for nothing. They've taken out Twine and our dear Naveen. Well, please pass the plate for medical expenses. Any donation is appreciated.
He's a cleric asking for money for medical expenses.
Incredible.
You've done my
She
girl
would.
so
A
right.
bartender starts walking around with a hat, and people are like tossing in gold or whatever.
Do all the humans ask for their money back because they saw nothing?
So interestingly enough, most of the crowd seems to be elves and half elves and orcs.
Oh,
She
okay.
probably, or half orcs, she probably advertised it as such as a dark fight. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Or if
Some
they're people who
halfling
don't
like,
have
this
dark
is a
vision,
ripoff.
You do
charge
see,
them extra for night goggles.
you
That's
do see the
Yeah,
bartender. Oh, Corinne would absolutely do that. You can rent dark vision goggles. That's fine. You do
Your
see that
goggles that are painted black. Go on.
the bartender at some point during the fight had taken a tumble and had fallen and is currently in the process of cleaning up a lot of spilled drinks in the back. But so we've got that. So Naveen and Twine stand up, and Tween. That's the name of their group. Tweens. Twine looks at the two of you and goes, "Pretty strong. It's a lot of fun."
Yeah, I'll give him like a handshake. You know.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
I'll shake Marlo and Source's hand, and I'll say, "Well, I was concerned that the Adventuring Guild had turned into a petting zoo, but you two hit pretty hard, so
I'm a pet.
we give you an exception, buddy."
Twine is still shaking your hand, Marlo, because he does not understand how handshaking works.
I just kind of pat his hand and force him to like go.
Okay, let's go.
I was imagining the lines like elementary school soccer where they just like pass each other and do the like good game, good game, good game. Good
I have a
game.
whole headcanon that
That
Twine
one
was
shit
raised by
Yeah.
a green dragon in the woods. Like, doesn't understand anything about.
Wait, not in this universe. Oh no!
In the original Twine universe, that was my headcanon, was that Twine was raised by a green dragon in the swamp. So
amazing.
There was that moment where Twine was like, "Daddy, when am I going to be big and scaly like you?"
When did my wings grow in?
All right. So there's congratulations and handshaking that continues for an uncomfortable amount of time. Around, you do win a pot of money as part of the competition. But part of it, Corinne has reserved for expenses. So
I wasn't expecting to get anything, so I'm taking this as a
I'm
bonus.
surprised we got anything.
yeah, well,
this
this is the action of Naveen, who does play fair, at least somewhat. So it was supposed to be, the pot was going to be 500 gold because of the amount of bets that had gone in for the evening. But with expenses and with the tax off the top from
5
Corinne,
gold.
you each split, you split 235 gold.
All right, well earned, team.
It was like winning the lottery. You had to pay almost over 50%
Rob,
in
do you want to use your
taxes,
cool brain and have that for
118, 117. I'll take the 17. You take the 18.
Cool. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
So after the rumble in the wine cellar, what would the ticket takers like to do? I know that Abel is at the embassy.
Remind me, Jury and Kaimana were at the tattoo place,
We went to the
right?
tattoo shop.
Yeah, so we cut over to the tattoo parlor, where Linux is currently working on Jordan.
Yep, I had tattoos.
Yes,
That hurts.
Are you doing one of the Tasha tattoos, or are you doing one of the attribute?
They're just regular magic. I just want them to be shiny.
Oh, so they're just.
I just want them to look aesthetic. They don't need
pretty.
to do anything.
It's just a pretty tattoo. It doesn't give you any abilities.
It's
Okay.
more of an emotional thing.
Okay, so
I don't
We
need
like
it
the
to
word
do
aesthetic
anything for
better.
me.
So would you like to describe what Juridan's getting?
Yeah, so Jordan they shave their head in the bathroom with Kaimana, and then they're getting, it's like a golden branch on either side, and then it has the wisteria sprigs on the side there.
All right, so let's see what ink he would have to use for that to make it golden. So let's say like a topaz ink. All right, so he carefully and with care in such a sensitive area
Yes, not
tattoos
fun.
the elements there, and he adds in a little bit of amethyst in places to give like the shimmery look of petals of wisteria on the
Cool.
boughs. But for simply a shiny non-attribute whatever tattoo,
Yes.
it is 150 gold.
That's not bad. I'll give them 160. Tip your artist, kids. That's how it works.
Tip your
Always tip your
artist.
artist.
All right. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful work. I appreciate the commitment to the design.
Been thinking about it for a while. So
Was Kaimana gonna get a tattoo, or is
yeah,
he...
anything
He
else?
already got his.
Oh, he did. Okay, good. He's just there he's the emotional
Emotional
support
support
animal.
He had to hold my hand when it got really
Yeah, we
bad.
need to get a little vest for Kaimana. I'm an emotional support.
Yes.
All right.
The little life preserver.
I'll scoop him up and ask Kaimana if he wants to do anything else tonight.
Would you like to plant a bean?
No, we are not planting a bean.
It's just a bean.
I appreciate you think I'd be chaotic enough to plant a bean with you, but no, don't give me that look. I don't want to plant a bean.
Would you like to eat a bean?
I'm not going to eat the magical beans. That's a horrible idea.
Well, then we should probably plant it instead.
We did. How about you save them for the king's birthday in case things go really sideways?
All right. You told me to plant them at the king's birthday.
If things go badly.
Kaimata will remember this.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't tell Mara.
Anything, but
Don't tell Mara I told you. That's the one condition. All right. Well, I have to go make ascending, so let's go back to the bar.
Okay, can I ride on your shoulders?
Yes.
all right.
And then Little Saurus rides on his
Saurus rides on
shoulders.
Little totem pole.
It's like a Dr. Seuss thing.
All right, so you make your way back to Neon's bargain. The other ticket takers also
There's some drunk dwarf that like passes us in the street and like, oh the fuck.
It's not that unusual, I think, for the bard place.
No.
Well, because like your head's all bandaged from the tattoo, right?
I don't know. I feel like magical healing, maybe.
Yeah,
you
it would
could
be magical.
heal
Okay,
tattoos. So that was my thought. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
think you have to heal tattoos in a magic place.
No.
God, that'd be
You
great.
cast it on him.
God, if only.
I know, isn't that great? I thought of that last
Oh,
night. I was like,
boy.
I feel like you would just heal them yourself.
2 weeks from now,
Yes.
all of you are just like scratching and itching
Yes.
everything. Like, yeah.
You still get the itch, it's just
Yes.
later. But you don't have to worry about an open wound.
Not when we're going down south. Oh, God.
So,
The worst place we could go.
so you make your way back to Dan's bargain, and you do notice that the city streets are bustle. The pre-festival air is definitely flowing, and you are in the party district, and so there are people wandering everywhere. It's like New Orleans on the eve of Mardi Gras or on the eve of Southern Decadence. Like, there are people in the streets everywhere, and they know that something exciting is going to be happening, and they are taking a long weekend and getting started early. So you kind of wind your way through the streets back to the Nance Park.
Okay, well, hold on. If that's happening, then Kaimana's gonna like try to steer like Juridan by like their head, like Remy, like no go that way.
It's still sensitive.
That
Don't
smells
just-
nice.
It has no hair to
Ears.
grab.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't touch my ears like that. It's weird. Just stop. You can't sit on my shoulders if you're going to mess with me the whole time.
Oh, let's go look around. It looks like fun.
No, let's go back and do shots.
You're buying.
Okay. So you just need to know how to talk to Kaimana.
So you make your way back, and the other ticket takers, after the wine cellar, anything else you'd like to do before you head home for the evening?
No?
Swing by a magic shop.
Okay.
Alright.
Easy enough.
I want to get another set of sending stones.
Okay.
There's going to be none left in this town.
Let me. You
Not
bought.
a single one.
You know the one.
500.
Yeah, you know the one shop in town that you bought the last ones from. So you just go there
Yep.
again,
Yep.
and you are purchasing their last pair of sending stones.
Perfect.
And they say
That's
like,
all I need.
we could probably have some more. It'd take about 3 weeks to complete an order, but these are the last pair of sending stones that we do have.
Thank you.
Thank you for your business. 500 gold.
Josh saying you cannot give every NPC campaign a sending stone.
I mean, to be fair, we're in a town of 1 million people. You could probably find them somewhere else, but at this particular magic shop, no.
Yeah, I only need one more set,
Yeah.
and I would like to swing back by the boat.
Okay.
The ship, rather.
Before we exit the magic shop,
Mhm.
can I, like, is there anything, like, really cool here?
It's a magic shop.
It's a magic shop.
But like unusual for like a standard fare magic shop. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They got any like cool sales, brand new items?
brand new items?
Clearance.
Let me see if I.
If you were going to give a gift to a magic user, is there anything that
Oh,
could be
I
used
see what
here?
you're saying.
No, not like that.
Oh,
Stop.
I see.
It's
Yeah,
not- no,
sure.
it's not for Lenoria. Stop.
To a very
Uh-huh.
hot, tall man.
Yeah, okay.
It's
so
really not.
it's not on sale, but the one thing that does seem to catch your attention, because this is a pretty basic magic shop. However,
Yeah.
it is in the theater district, so there's a lot of things like it's filled with like glamour weave and like masks of glamour and like those cloaks that when you put them on, they just billow unnecessarily for no reason. Like, but there is like underneath the main counter, there is like a glass case, and you do see a set of 6 dice that are all different polyhedral designs. They look just like D&D dice.
Whoa.
Yeah, but they're like kind of crystal and with like metallic flecks on the inside. And those are the only thing that look like I've never seen anything like this before, or that aren't like geared towards some bard getting ready for a performance.
Sure. I'll go ask whoever's working the counter what those are.
Oh, well, those are stones of illusion. They're pretty impressive. If you throw them out, and depending on how they roll, you can get like different depictions of scenery, or like creatures dancing around, or one of the really cool effects is it will do like one of those lantern things around the room, so it looks like a little lantern show, but they move. It does a lot of different things, but it's quite impressive. They were designed for theater, but it never really took on because you would go for a specific scene and you'd roll the dice and you thought you were in the forest, but then like a dragon would roll out.
That sounds like it would improve the quality of the work.
That's what they thought when they designed it, but the those artistic types, they get kind of up in themselves about what their artistic visions are and just didn't fit into them.
I wouldn't know. I'll take them, please.
They're very simple. 200 gold for the set.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's 6, and I can send you the information, but it's like each one does something different. Like one is a scenery stone, one is a character stone. Like each one is connected to different elements. So when you roll them all out, it might like do a whole little thing. Yeah. All right.
Cute.
I'm thinking of from Horizon Forbidden West, the little globes that you find for Las Vegas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it's very similar to that. Yeah. All right. Okay. So then you swing by the
Josh,
ship.
what did you call those really quick?
They're stones of illusion.
Stones of illusion.
Stones of illusion.
You have to say it with that accent.
Stones of
Stones of
illusion.
illusion. Just like a real actor.
All right. Then you swing by and drop off the sending stones with Beaker.
I've already given
They
Beaker
already have
one.
Yeah.
When I go, and what I want to do is set up that Beaker and Alembic tomorrow will prep the ship for certain, and the other 3 are going to go find as many rats in the sewers as they can and get them as close to the king's party as possible, and they will be on standby. And I give the other sending stone to probably Pestle is the one I should do.
Yeah, Pestil's baking cookies.
You don't trust the order.
Yeah.
So I give it to Pestle so that I can tell them when to release the swarms. And then I can also tell Beaker to bring the ship. So it lets me remote with both of the groups that we need,
Okay. All right.
that we need to talk to.
All right. Pestle looks at it for a second and just says, "You must be a powerful magic user if you can make stones talk, Saurus."
I did not make them, but a powerful person did.
It's really impressive. Do I have to hold it a particular way?
No.
But you do have to talk real loud if they won't hear you.
Okay, I'll remember that for tomorrow.
There you go.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. When you approach the ship, they were all already on standby and like manning the like the moment you came across, they're like, "Do we pull the gangplank now?" And they look at Marlo and go, "See, we remember what gangplank meant."
I start patting them all on the back in approval that they remember.
They're
what
so
gangplank
proud.
is.
Yeah,
I feel like they're holding up like Jerry's little drawing.
Yeah.
Like, see, there it is.
Gangplank.
And I just have visions tomorrow of them going out in the morning to start to round up all the rats, and just Mortar's approach as opposed to the approach of some of the other
Mortar's
rats.
approach is if you've ever seen Henry V and his rousing cry to the troops.
It's
That's
It's
more
the St.
speech.
Crispin's Day speech.
Yes.
My brand of brothers.
We few, we happy few, we band of rats.
Yes.
Be he
That's
nearest
what it
around,
is.
man.
It's
So
beautiful,
silly.
and a couple of rats shed tears.
They do, yeah.
Beaker definitely does.
Alright, so then after there, you all make your way back to Nan's bargain.
Yeah.
And when you arrive, Jury, freshly tattooed, and
Yes.
Kaimana are doing shots at the bar.
Yep. Head shaved and tattoo.
And
I've
then-
got like a little thimble for little Saurus that's like
God.
We give him like we give him like apple juice or something.
yeah, it's
Okay.
just
We're
it's
not
just
giving
water.
him fucking alcohol.
But he's
The
acting,
druid is hopefully not giving the small animal liquor.
he's
so.
acting drunk because he doesn't want to feel left out.
No.
Oh,
Little Saurus.
he's shimmying and swaying.
He'll like chug a thing of water and then just fall on the counter.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's drunk.
Drunk.
There, we're doing shots.
All right. So you're doing shots.
Hey.
Hey, whoa, you look different.
Yep.
That looks
great.
awesome.
Thank you.
That's sick.
Symbolic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm stronger now.
Yeah, you are. Like fist bump him. Do you guys do anything else tonight?
Fight went well.
I'm
Oh,
done.
you won? Nice.
Oh
nice.
yeah, we did win. Yeah,
Good, good.
yeah. Kick their
Yes.
asses.
I knew you would. That's good.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna go to my room now, and I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
I was getting ready to do something before Mar goes in the room. I'll lock the door behind me for a minute.
Okay.
And if you will, I'm gonna cast Ascending to one fucking Yorian. Yorian Taldaran.
Let me find my.
It is
Yorian.
says-
Drunk darling, you're drunk. You're drunk sending.
I'm drunk sending to my ex, right? I have it right now.
Yeah, who would ever drunk them?
25 words. Here they are.
Okay.
It's Esper used you, altered your memory magically. Your actions may start war with an innocent country. Extremism made you a pawn. Is that really justice? I'm very drunk when I say this.
Okay.
Extremism makes you a pawn.
Made you.
It's like
you
a
know,
really
that sucks.
it's like a really well thought out and concise message, but it's delivered by a drunk
You
person.
feel like you're drunk and you're concentrating really hard. Like they're like holding where they written this down.
Everything is actually like overpronounced.
It is
'cause you're, like,
overpronounced,
trying
just
so
like that.
hard. Oh, I love that.
Yes, it was like that.
All right. So there's a brief pause, and then the call comes back. As always, it's good to hear from you. I knew exactly what I was getting into with Esper.
Gross.
It was the dragon who was in my mind, not her. He always spoke Draconic. And that's the end of the message.
Well, confirmed Volmir was fucking Armon.
Or at least new Draconic.
Yeah. Yeah. I unlock the door and just like lay on the floor until Mar comes in.
Mar comes in not shortly afterwards. Mar's not drinking tonight. And just kind of sees Jury on the floor and goes, when Kaimana's like this, he likes to be swaddled. Do you want that?
I drunk dialed Yorian and I called him out and I thought it made me feel better, but it didn't.
I'm sorry.
That's cool.
You deserve a lot better than him.
I do. He sucks.
He does suck.
He sucks so badly.
Yes. He is. I would say he's the worst. We've met a lot of worse people
Not
than
even,
Yorian.
we weren't even boyfriends. We weren't even boyfriends. You guys were just saying that, but we never were.
What?
Yep. Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night.
All right.
Climb in.
Cool. I also go to bed.
Okay. Source Kamana?
All right. Little Sora's is trying to drag a passed out Kaimana up the stairs to his room.
Saurus will help him.
So Lil Saurus and Saurus get Kaimana up to his room. All right. And then the ticket takers bed down for the evening. Abel,
Yes.
you made your way at some point this evening to the embassy and were welcomed in. Found your father there eating a meal with a few other Nuavian dignitaries, including Vicus.
Vicus. Oh.
Can I retcon something,
Yeah,
Josh?
sure, go ahead.
We need to get Alyria the second hat of disguise, my fez. So I will have given that to Abel to give to her, so
Yeah.
she's got time to attune to
I
it.
think you mentioned that before you guys headed to the wine cellar, so that's fine.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if I had or not. So
So you got that for them. But you walk into like the dining hall, like a hired hand or servant or whatever leads you into the dining hall where they're eating a late dinner. And Ogwan kind of stands when he sees you. Abel, what are you doing here this evening? Are you okay?
Everything is fine, Father. I thought it would be best if I come and check on you and Alyria ahead of the king's celebration.
Well, we are just having a conversation about what needs to happen following the birthday party on the day after tomorrow. And Vicus kind of, yes, it is very clear that we need to get out of this country as quickly as possible. Who knows
Yes.
what would happen?
Do we plan on, are there any diplomatic plans to try and quell the talks of war or disagreement with Nuavia?
It was quite clear at the final trial of Yorian today that they have every intention of moving forward with the evidence, even if it was manufactured. That damn ship is enough probably to sink any diplomatic forward movement.
Why would a ship full of quicksilver be enough to?
No, the one that attacked us, the Nuavian vessel. We have no accounting of how one went missing. We are not down a ship, so somebody else has manufactured one that at least apparently looks Nuavian.
Well, my friends in the Adventuring Guild have assured that they will help us to get to the bottom of all of this and prevent any fight or war between Nuavia and Anavir. I think, but I do not want to be rude, I think I should go and speak to Alyria.
She's upstairs in the guest quarters.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Father, I will find you later if that's okay.
Absolutely. We will be here planning and talking.
Okay, I want to go upstairs and find Aloria's room.
Okay. So you kind of make your way up to the second flight of stairs, and there's a series of bedrooms. And most of the doors are kind of cracked open, like airing out before whoever in the house claims them. There's one door in particular that is shut.
I'm going to gently knock on the door.
Who is it?
It is me, Abel.
Did I ask to speak to you today?
No, but I thought you might need a friend.
There's a long pause.
I'll say, little princess, please talk to me.
Do you want to build a snowman? She opens the door, and you can tell, like, you've known Alyria long enough to know, like, when she's been crying, when she is crying, when she's fighting back tears. This is like a face of, like, bold determination where there are no tears left to cry.
Okay.
Well, that's sad.
And she opens the door. I'm not quite sure you can call me that anymore.
Regardless of what you've learned today, you know that you always have a family in Nuevia.
Yes.
And we are taking you home.
I would like that very much. This is clearly not my home.
Well, you know where your home is, and it would be safer for your brother and better for you if you return to Nuevia.
Yes. If I'm not here, he's the only Bellinor that they can claim. They have to protect the throne then.
Precisely.
I wrote this. You are blowing up the story in the papers on the day after tomorrow, correct?
Yes, we have information that we will release to the press, along with your own letter announcing your departure and the reasons why. The plan is to release the information the day after the King's celebration.
Yes.
And we wanted to check
the
if you were
morning
okay.
after.
Yes.
That's that. So, as we disappear into the night, and the next morning the letters post.
Yes. What I wanted to ask you is, are you okay with attending the celebration, at least for a short while, to keep up appearances?
I have a theory that only one punch is probably enough to take Yusef out.
As much as I would love to see that, that is probably not the best course of action to take him down.
It's my
Alyria.
brother's birthday. I will do my duty as a princess, but I will show my love as a sister. And especially if he needs to understand that that is the goodbye I'm offering him.
I believe he would appreciate that. I don't know your brother very well, but he has to be wise enough to know that what you're doing is for his best interest.
It's hard to know. As long as he hasn't been at the heel of Yusef for too long. We can help.
Yusef won't be a problem, especially if my friend Marlo has anything to say about it. He has a very specific disdain for that man. I can't explain it. It's odd, really.
I can explain it. It makes perfect sense.
Well,
Would you like to build a fort? We used to build forts as children, and I feel like I need something. Would you like to build a little fort with me, please?
I will build a fort with you. Only because of the little princess that I grew up with.
She leads you into the room, and you see that she has been attempting to do so, but you were always the structural engineer.
This is
She's the one that
completely
found all this
unsound
stuff.
structurally.
She has apparently stripped every single bed in this entire house of all of its pillows and.
That's why everyone's up
everything.
eating dinner, because they don't have any covers to go to sleep.
And she said, she's like, I was mad, I cursed, I screamed, I wrote 16 different versions of this letter that all got torn away until I landed on the right one. But it was when the words came out and I was able to say the truth that I felt a peace.
Do you mind if I...
And I wanted to do something to feel good again. And this is what I thought about.
Well, if it will help, then of course I will build a fort with you.
She starts pulling the things together and putting the sticks that she's managed to piece together and starting to erect a little fort of security blankets, basically.
And I'll have Anansi like curl up with her, and we'll get our little fort together and just climb inside so we can chit chat about our fun little Nuavian adventures together.
I'm so excited to see the harbor again. I want to get to the Lantern District. I want to smell the fresh sea air.
The gardens this time of year would be beautiful.
You could just pull the fruits right off of the trees, just dripping.
We'll be back there soon enough, huh?
The day after tomorrow.
Well, we might want to get some sleep, so we'll be ready for the celebrations.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming, Abel.
Where else would I be?
There are so many other places that you are needed. But you chose to be here, and that means everything.
I think this is the only place I am needed right now.
Right. She reaches up and you see she's been studying other forms of magic, and she releases a spell, and these little fairy lights light up at the top of the fort. And she kind of leans back, and you guys just spend as much of the night talking as you would like.
Can I read her letter? She gonna let me read her letter before she...
It's currently sealed. I don't know if you want to open it in front of her.
No, I'm not gonna open it then if it's...
Yeah.
If it's...
It has the seal of the Princess of Alyria on it, which...
Yeah, I'm not gonna open it.
Abel would probably know that, makes it a more legitimate offering to somebody. So if you do break the seal and read it, it could be seen as a fake. It's up to you on whether you do or not.
No, I'm not gonna open it.
I can wait to read it in the papers like everybody else.
I was like, would she be willing to tell me what she wrote in it?
Yeah, over the course of the evening, as she's talking, she kind of lays out. She doesn't say everything, but she does lay out, I don't mention at all the fatherhood issue.
Good.
And doesn't want to call into question her mother or the man that she always thought of as her father, even if they had a distant relationship. And just completely puts it in the frame of all of the things that she knows about how Yusef has been working behind the scenes and double playing everybody, and the shit talking of the king, and just in general knowledge that Yusef is basically garbage and is trying to break a diplomatic agreement that they've made with the Nuavians concerning her marriage and the peace between those two countries.
Okay. And of course, I'm going to reassure her of the letters that we do have, which ones that we're going to release to make sure, her parentage doesn't come into the paper. Those types of things. The only things that we're going to release is the things that are going to, implicate Yusef and his nefarious plans.
Yeah, and she's fine with that.
Yeah.
All right.
When she falls asleep, can Abel sneak off and find his father?
Yeah.
And I don't want to take too much. I just want to with him, I want to discuss the prophecy with Vicus and the when I visited what's the dragon?
Sumat,
the prophecy that the prophecy trance that I had.
So you lay out you wait until Vicus is no longer in the room. Vicus gets up to go sleep. And your father, after you tell the prophecy, he kind of leans back.
So what do you think it means?
He stares at you for a while. I'm not sure. Perhaps it means that Vicus has been betraying the throne, but I don't think that it is within him to do so.
That is unthinkable. I mean, Vicus and I have never been close, but I know that his entire life From the day he was born, he's been trained to have the highest of morals, to always put Nuevia first, to keep strong diplomatic ties with the only other nation that has not been absorbed by the veil. His entire life has been building Nuevia and its people, and what his obligation to our people is. There's no way he would do something that would put us in such obvious danger, unless his mind is not his own, much like Yurian.
There have been evil rulers before. We see how the threat of power has made Yusef into a danger to us all. Could not even a Nuevian be swayed by such opportunity? I would not confuse the raising that you received and how quickly you adhered to the truths and the moralities of what it means to be a decent man. That all people experience the same boon.
If it were true, it would be a dark day for Nuevia. Especially knowing that he is the only heir to the throne.
You are watching your father, and your father is a strong man, not afraid of showing emotion. There are tears in his eyes.
Father,
There is something else that you should know, but I do not want to tell you here or now. It requires a conversation at home with your mother.
if it's that important to know, should we wait that long?
It is not my place to tell you.
If this is about Alyria, then
It's not about Alyria.
okay, we can wait.
But just know that I do not believe that Vicus is the danger that then the Alyrians are pointing him out to be. I think he is being seen as a false person. But there is something else.
Well, I just hope our decision to bring Alyria back to Nuevia is not playing into this prophecy.
As far as I can see, if Alyria stays here, marries Kratos Hawk, King Renly will be killed, and she will be put on that throne, and she will be in danger every single second of the rest of her life. This is the only thing we can do to protect her, and if it means that we must increase our defenses and treat our neighbors as no longer good ones, then that is what it means.
You are right.
Remember, above all else, Abel, that I love you and have as long as you've been alive.
I love you too, Father.
I think I need to get some sleep before the festivities begin. Is there anything else?
No. I will return to Alyria's and get some rest myself. Join the ticket takers tomorrow and get ready for our plans.
He pulls you into a hug, and then he makes his way up to his quarters on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to sleep.
So the ticket takers all find themselves asleep. With the knowledge that you've got tomorrow, and then
Day 6, Josh.
the next day, which is the king's birthday. So you've got day 6 and day 7.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing also that the full moon is about 48 hours away. You all go to sleep. Marlo,
Oh no.
as you're sleeping, you see a single, like in your dream, you see a single drop of water fall and hit into a field of darkness. And within that, it takes form, and you see the reflected visage of a full moon kind of moving and shaking in the water. And a cloud kind of drifts across it, but it's still moving and shaking like it's a reflection. But you don't see a full moon above you in the sky. And you just hear that familiar now voice of yours, Naginda. Perhaps this year you do not have to be afraid. My champion, embrace change. And then you awake and it's the morning of the 6th day. And that's what we'll pick up next time.
Oh my god. So many things.
So many things.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Oh, that's good. I think that's good.
I think that's supposed to be good.
I think that's good.
Sorry, he's a dragon? Like everything he says sounds threatening. So.
I just don't like dream visions at all. It's like
That's fair.
no.
Maybe you can control your
You're muted, Rob.
transformation.
I want, with dreams, it's like I want annotation, I want footnotes, I want bibliography. I want to be able to cross-reference that shit.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
I saw a white mule. Doesn't that mean death? Oh no. A white mule is usually nothing more than car trouble.
All right. But next time we start the day before festivities, which can go as quickly as you want or not. They are simply like parties and games and people drinking and celebrating. But if there are any other plans that you have that you want to accomplish before the king's birthday on the next day, then they would need to be accomplished tomorrow.
Oh no, Josh! I want your full powers of description on display. I want the full package.
Well, I have to do my bargain tomorrow, so.
Oh, that's right. So you'll have
my bargain.
festivities, a night of performances featuring one Juridan at Naad's bar.
One night only.
One night only.
I still need to go meet with the person to get the prize money from the ship we captured.
That's right. Yeah.
And you told me one time that it was Darkon and a different time that it was Uriel.
So
I'm not sure which one.
One would be a good source of reaching out to them, because Uriel's the master of coin.
Yeah.
Darkon, it oversees guilds. So depending on how you want to tackle it, of just like, hey, the crown owes us money, or as a guild members, we've earned this piece.
Yeah.
I mean, Uriel does owe us like big.
Those are bad options.
So, but I mean, Uriel owes us.
One's the most like snobby, greedy person in Alyria, and the other one's a fucking drunkard.
He's drinking.
That's okay.
Manioc. What is it? What's the not Manioc? What's the name of that alcohol, Marlo?
Oh, fuck. Now it's escapes
Minwax.
Minwax.
Pine Sol. What is it?
Pine Sol.
That's the power of Pine Sol.
I was about to say Merlot, and that's not it. But it's something like that.
Yeah. No. So
that's okay. I've got an in with either one of them that I can guilt trip. So.
Yeah, that's why I've given you two names on accident, but that also makes sense because there's two names that you could go. Malort. Yeah, Darkon's just drinking straight Malort now. It's fine.
Oh God, it's truly evil.
Lord Jesus.
But you got those, and then the next day is the masquerade.
Oh my God, crazy.
I want to talk to Lenaria, and that can be either me or everybody, but I want to figure out what's going on with Volmir and Dimwalla and what she knows.
Absolutely. We can have those conversations too.
Cool.
So tomorrow next one might be episodic in a lot of ways, which is cool. So we'll keep up with that, but we'll see you next week with all of that happening. And Anarvir drawing to a maybe close.
Crazy.
Yep.
Ooh, crazy.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.